One question we get is, how do you decide how many shares to authorize with the corporation? So with a Delaware corporation, we generally recommend 10 million because that's kind of the standard. That's the gold standard we see for many years right now. When setting up a Delaware corporation, it gives you enough shares to issue to initial founders, has some for investors, and also allows you to create an option pool that where you can grant shares to your employees or for service providers. So we help you kind of determine what those numbers should be. But generally speaking, you want to authorize 10 million shares. This means this creates the pool of shares in which you have to work with. And then we're saying usually 60 or so percent go to the founders, 20% are maybe allocated for later investors, and then 20%, 10 to 20% are for the employees or service providers later on. Those don't have to be granted right now. Those are kind of just left there. So sometimes it's confusing because let's say you grant 5 million shares or 6 million shares to the initial founders, and you guys want to say, well, you want to own 30% or 50% of the company. We're looking at what are the issued shares. That's what we're looking at when we're talking about ownership percentages. How many shares are issued and outstanding? That determines the ownership percentage of a company. So if there's only 6 million shares being issued, we have 4 million shares still left in the authorized pool that's just sitting there. But you're talking about the ownership percentage is X over 6 million. So that determines each person's ownership share in a company.